I thought the game, the way we started the second half, some careless turnovers, and then we got regrouped. But when it came down to it, our defense just wasn't good enough. We gave up some easy back doors. They scored at ease, and then we had a drought where we couldn't score. And that's where you need your defense, and as we talk about, that happens. That's when you need your defense. Once they got back into the game, it was back and forth. We just couldn't get the stops. Our defense just didn't hold up, as you can tell, 101 points. I know it was overtime, but even going into regulation, 82 points. That's a lot of points, especially on the road. It's hard to win on the road when you let a team score like that. I thought our first half was good. Second half, again, we didn't defend like we did the first half. Questions?
Adrian, you had 14 turnovers, 10 in the second half, and how critical were those to just turning the tide of the game?
I thought that was. I talked to our guys. I just thought that's what got them back in the game. And I would love to say we were trying to do some elaborate schemes. Simple as it can be. We driving in and people are in the gap and they just take the ball. And it's been that way. And I don't. Again, we try to show film, get better at that. But that's what's frustrating. About this because I thought we came out with good intentions, right mindset, right intensity, and even in the second half, the only way they can get back in the game is what we talked about: is taking care of the basketball, taking good shots, and then defending. And right from the beginning, they got right back in the game, and obviously they play really good here. They play well here. Even if they lose, Louisville, anybody, it's a close game. They play good here, so we knew it was going to be a hard game. But that's very frustrating. Very frustrating that all we have to do is just pass the ball and get it to the other side, and maybe we can get something going. But that allowed them to get out and get some easy baskets early in the second half.
Coach, what do you think changed defensively that allowed BT to kind of go on that run that they did in the second half?
When we couldn't score, I thought. I don't think they did much. I think it was a lot of us. I thought we got stagnant. I thought even when we got it in there, we kind of settled a little bit at times, and then the times we went in there and we missed some close shots, but not much. I think it was really more of what we didn't do. Um, Again, wasn't a lot of defense. 90 some points and 102, so it was really more of what we didn't do. Again, we had a big offensive lull that allowed them to get back into the game, and some of that was the momentum was because of the turnovers as well.
What's the message in the huddle when you guys are going through that offensive ball as they're going on that run to come back and tie the game?
Well, we're trying to get good shots, and I thought a couple of those possessions we actually did get good shots, some driving kicks that didn't fall or, attacking the basket. But we talk about getting back and getting stops. That's what teams do. When you go through those droughts, that's where you got to depend on your defense. And our defense is, they just, again, some of the points that they got and. Again, they got a lot of and ones, especially late in the game. I thought that was a difference too. They get a chance to get 3-point opportunities as opposed to 2-point opportunities. But in those times, in those huddles, man, I'm just talking about let's get stops. Let's focus on defense and take good shots. And I thought we did.
Coach, do you think the turnovers came down to just you guys rather than Virginia Tech doing anything that forced those turnovers? Was it a lot of self-inflicted? How did you see it?
I mean, what did you see?
I mean, I guess first possession, second half, they threw it away right to a Virginia Tech guy.
Yeah, yeah. They do a good job of doubling the post. We talked about our post positioning. That was a turnover. But again, it was in the scheme. We knew that was going to happen. We just got to do a better job of handling that. We didn't. And then we got to do a better job of when we do try to put it on the floor and drive in there. If someone's in a gap, we got to get off of it.
It is hard to say too much about your offense. You did score a bunch of points, but I mean, in the second half they went bigger. They put a big guy on Jaquan, and they had a bigger guy in the middle. Did that at all change the way you wanted to approach trying to bang the ball inside a little bit?
No, I thought we got the ball in. I would have liked to get the ball a little bit, closer. But these guys are all big and physical. But once you get the ball below the foul line, that's pretty good. And I thought, them going bigger didn't have any impact really. We still got the ball down there. Again, I just thought, that time when we we couldn't score. We just came up with empty possessions. Our defense just didn't hold up. And that's why you stress having a good defensive team and being able to get some stops. And I thought that I think the one a couple of plays that stick out that shot clock. I thought it was a violation. No, not violation. When we get them to miss and we can't get the rebound and they get back and score. I thought that was key. We got to get that rebound.
Right, in a season of up and downs, coming off momentum of the win on Wednesday and then the lead in this game before losing, how do you keep the team up and what is the mood of the team like?
I think again every loss is tough. Obviously this one, is some minutes right after. So I'm sure that they, again, we talked about it, they're down, but we gotta, get ourselves ready, and we'll get ourselves ready to go fight the next game. These guys have fought. There's no quit in them. I still say that, even though we come up on the wrong side of it. But you got to keep fighting, keep battling. We're playing for something. And that's the end of the day. We have something to play for.
Got time for one more. Why do you think? I mean, Eddie had such a great start offensively, but didn't score in the second half. Did you see anything different in terms of how they were guarding him or how he was playing?
No, I don't think so. I think Jair had it kind of going a little bit, and then I thought JJ picked his spots, and I think I just think that was the flow of the game, and then he had a couple of chances to get his hands on it and duck him in, and sometimes we miss him when he's in low position, so he has to come out and release. So I thought he played a little bit more further out, but we got to do a better job of trying to get those guys the ball in certain areas. But I thought Jair was really good the second half.
Thanks, Coach. We're going to do our interviews out loud.